Hello, I'm Lonnie,
I'm Amberlicious.
and we are Untitled Nerd Network. This is episode 12 of our Sopranos reviews. This episode is called Isabella. Let's go ahead and dust that.
Oh, it sure is called Isabella, isn't it?
Yes. This is like a pretty freaking solid episode.
It was. I was impressed with it.
It was, I don't know, I'm just a sucker for those, spoiler ahead, I'm just a sucker for those shows, movies, that something goes on the entire movie and then come to find out it was just a hallucination in the person's mind.
Yes.
You know, like, one of my favorite, like, kind of horror suspense films is that The Uninvited.
Yes. Oh, that's so
and
good.
I hope I didn't just spoil that for anybody.
Right.
But, check it out. Something very similar. I'm not going to give details, but yeah.
Another one, and I don't know if you've seen it, but Hide and Seek.
Is that a Keanu Reeves movie?
No, it's not.
I could have swore we mentioned that.
Knock Knock.
So yeah, this episode, Tony, there's an attempt on his life. His Uncle Junior finally sends some guys. Christopher unintentionally stops the first one because he parks between them. He's following Tony to make sure he's okay and to see where he's going and stuff like that.
Yeah, because everybody's worried about him. He's been in bed for days.
Yeah. This is the worst
Pussy
we've seen.
disappeared, and that's really taken a hit on him. Depression. Want to get up, and it's just a lot on him.
I know when pussy disappears, it does a number on me too.
Okay.
Anyway,
I doubt it, but anyway. Fortunate for you, just go find some more.
So it was funny because Tony has like this plan. He goes into a donut shop, and then he goes like out the back and takes like a little path to the medical center. That way people don't see him going into the medical center. They just see him going into a donut shop.
Yeah, that's funny because I have been wondering like how he was getting there.
Well, he did. I think he went in the front door for a while, and then it became an issue.
No, I've never seen him.
Okay, so we've seen him in there, but we just
seen
haven't
him in there, not seen him actually come in.
Yeah,
We've not seen him. And I had wondered about that, and they explained it. Makes perfect sense because my thing was, how did all these people not see him?
Yeah.
So I knew there was some kind of way he was.
I mean, he almost ran into one of his guys at one time because he was in there like getting some kind of pain meds or something, or was seeing a dentist, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this was freaking crazy. Is we see the first signs that his mother is developing dementia.
Yeah.
She forgot who her granddaughter was.
She forgot, and at the end of the episode, she forgot she talked to Junior about doing something about Tony. And she didn't understand what was going on. At first you're thinking she's being dramatic because that's how she acts. But she legit, when she saw that on the news, did not know what was going
on. Do you feel any differently about her now that that's starting to happen to her?
She still gets on my last fucking nerve. She was a shit person before dementia. That's just it.
It was like, what, less than 5 minutes?
I'm telling you, okay, because my grandmother had vascular dementia. Okay. And she had to go into it. Got bad enough she couldn't be by herself. They had to keep her medicated because, how she didn't recognize the granddaughter.
Yes.
Recognize Meadow. When my grandma's dementia got really bad and we had to put her in there, she insisted one of my uncles was an imposter. It was somebody in a mask dressed as him. And so that's like legit. They get confused, they have delusions. But here's the thing, it was awful because that's not the person I knew. I had never known her to be aggressive in any shape or fashion. So it was hard. But to see her, it's like, well, it's kind of, she deserves that. Because, she only threatened to stab Tony in the eyes with forks as a child. So no, I have zero sympathy for this lady. And you're right. I did say I wish somebody would kill her, and I still feel that way.
Yeah, that was like 5 minutes before they said
before
something.
they hinted to it.
Yeah. So we got that. The hit happened on Tony. Finally, it didn't work out. The worst he got, they actually shot.
They grazed him.
Yeah, they shot his ear.
Yeah, they grazed him because it actually killed the other guy he was trying to fight the gun from. Also, to try and help with Tony's depression, the doctor puts him on lithium with the Prozac.
Yep.
And that they only do that in very extreme cases because some of the side effects are real crazy. And he had a side effect, and he had a delusion.
He
hallucinated that this Italian exchange student was staying next door to him.
Yeah, and he hallucinated an entire brief platonic relationship with a woman, and his doctor kind of figured out behind it.
Right, because while he was hallucinating, he was at lunch with this woman. He had another hallucination while he was with her, and they were back in the old country, and baby, and his name was Antonio, and nursing and stuff. And the doctor brings up, well, did you hit on her? Well, why? And what was the baby's name? Really think, something to do with you? Why do you want to nurture another right now? That sort of thing.
Like, talk about mother issues. Like at the core of his problem.
You also see in this episode that while Junior wants to be the boss, he really don't want to do nothing to Tony.
He doesn't. He kept telling her, be quiet about it. Talk about it anymore. Right. He feels guilt like nobody's business.
He literally puked when they went to meet that were supposed to.
Yep.
He puked out the side.
Yeah, he loves Tony. Like,
yeah.
He does. And it was really just his sister-in-law acted like the devil on his shoulder and convinced him to do something. I think
his right-hand man has a little influence on that.
I don't even know what to think.
I don't like him. I think he's just out for himself. He's either out for himself or he's nothing. Like, he just wants to hurt people.
Yeah.
The only minor plot was Tony Jr. going to that form. But it was so minor. Like,
it was, they could have left that completely out of the episode.
They really should have left it completely out. That right there is what's going to keep from giving this episode a high score. I just left that shit out. There was no reason for it. It was boring filler too. It did no development for his character whatsoever.
It was kind of funny though that they sent the guys. I think honestly, probably the reason that they did that was to show that from this point on, pretty much everybody's going to be under guard.
That's true. Yeah, they had to, because that's why. They were with him. I did wonder about that, why they were with him, but it's because his dad just tried to be assassinated. So
yeah, they already suspect Junior, rightfully so, and so they're thinking, holy shit, if his uncle is going to try to kill him, we got to take care of everybody else too, because God only knows. Also,
remember that fake argument that he hallucinated between Carmela?
Yes.
Remember when she was like, well, I'd love for my kids to have a father.
Yeah.
And he legitimately said they do. They have me, Tony Soprano, and everything that comes with it. And that was actually everything that came with it. They were having to be escorted because assassinated.
Yep.
Or that attempted. Was actually for attempt. That was actually for.
Yep. All right. Well, so give this one a score.
I'm gonna give this one.
Already got mine.
Oh, good for you. Why don't you go first then instead of asking me?
This one gets an 8 for me.
Are you giving it an 8?
Good, solid episode.
I was struggling between 8 and 9.
Yeah, this one was not there for a 9 for me. I couldn't sit down and watch it. The difference between an 8 and a 9 for me is a 9, I could sit down and watch it again immediately. An 8...
Oh, well, I don't ever want to watch anything usually again, but if we never watch this episode again, it wouldn't hurt my feelings, so an 8 it is.
It was like...
Because it was still good, and it still had some good development to the story, and
it kind of makes me wonder how shitty an episode of something would have to be for us to give it like below a 5. We've done it before.
I'd have to give it really shitty.
I'm fairly certain that we have given a season 7 or a season 8 episode of The Walking Dead below 5 before.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know; it may happen. But anyway, that's it. We are on a schedule today. So, that's it for that one. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
We're Untitled Nerd Network. Next up is the season 1 finale of the